on an app that I've been working on for a little while now called Guerrilla Filmmaker. First, a little bit about myself. I'm an iOS developer, originally from New Zealand, but I've been working in the UK for about 5 years or so before coming to Japan earlier this year. Apart from being an iOS developer, I also have an interest in filmmaking, and I wanted to make some short films using my iPhone. So obviously the first thing I had to do was create my own camera app. So I got together with a friend of mine who's a very good graphic designer, and we created this app, Guerrilla Filmmaker. So what exactly is Guerrilla Filmmaker? Well, it's a video capture app, and it's only a video capture app. So it doesn't do any editing or add any filters or effects or any crazy stuff like that. Anything that you could do otherwise afterwards in some other editing, post-production kind of software. So it concentrates purely on video capture, and to do that it provides a bunch of settings like resolution, frame rate, video bit rate, aspect ratio, all that kind of thing. It also has some specialized capture tools like focus peaking and false color exposure tools. And obviously it has all full manual control of all focus exposure, everything you'd expect from any kind of pro sort of level camera app. So what makes it different to all the other apps that are out there doing video capture? All these apps, they all use the same hardware, the same APIs. So the first thing we wanted to distinguish it was obviously the user interface. So we wanted to create a very clean kind of user interface. We didn't want to just mimic some sort of button style interface with a lot of dials and buttons and things. So we wanted to make use of gestures instead, which is what the iPhone is good at. So for instance, if you want to switch between the different camera functions, you just swipe anywhere in the middle of the screen, left or right. You can double tap on the right and it'll bring up a quick zoom. You can double tap in the center, it'll lock it to manual control, and a whole bunch of other kind of gestures based on where you tap and the style of gesture on the screen. One feature that is completely unique to Guerrilla Filmmaker is this automation system that we have. So you can set up a sequence for any kind of focus, exposure, any of the camera functions, and you can create a sequence of steps. So for instance, if you wanted to focus in very close on a subject, and then you wanted to pan across and focus on something much further out, you can set up that as a sequence. So you set the first step is focus close, then you wait a certain amount of time, and then you focus further out over the duration of your camera movement. So then you can just start recording and just do your camera movement, pan across, and it will play out that sequence for you without having to touch the interface while you're recording. So we released this app probably just over a little over a year ago, and it got some very nice reviews, and it got featured from Apple, which was very nice. And just recently we've updated to version 2.0 and changed kind of the look of it to how it is now. And we've created a companion website, which is this guerillaapps.com, where you can find tutorials and tips and even a short one-man film that I created and the making of, just to show you what you can do with the app. And I think my 4 minutes is pretty much up. I don't get to talk about any of the underlying architecture of the app, so if anyone has any questions, now would be a good time, I guess.
So what underlying sort of API is that using? I don't know much about the camera capture API.
Well, it's all AV Foundation.
Right.
So there's the main setup. It's the AV capture session. So you create an AV capture session. You add your inputs, you add your outputs, and then you start from there.
Right. Okay.
So it's a lot to it. Basically, most of the app is just AV foundation stuff, and then just UI with lots of little like animations and things to make it look.
Okay.
I noticed up there, I can't really read it so clearly, but IEM, I think, is the icon for that app, which I'm going to use around.
You can talk about another app?
Yeah. I was just wondering if you have some. And that's just, oh, that's just from the App Store.
No, that's just a screenshot.
Okay.
That's not my app. Mine's only
Relationship.
the Guerrilla Filmmaker. No, well, that's because when they feature them, they put them in categories of different things. So
I see.
they lump together this make great videos, and then they put in a whole lot of video apps.
So I understand that it's not a post-production, it's just strictly a capture. I'm just wondering, and I'm curious, like say, if, can you go from capture to, say, moving to a post-production app? Like, is there a way for you to do that? Or?
Well, not directly. It doesn't link to any other apps. It doesn't just export directly
you
from
would go
the
from,
internet,
you would
so
go from
can-
your computer then.
Yeah. So you'd export it. Like the best way is to go via iTunes. You drag all your clips off there, and then
You couldn't
do
go like to
whatever
Movie
you like with it.
Maker, like from the app to the Movie Maker.
Not yet, but this is kind of the steps that we're thinking of doing. So it's we'd like to integrate like a suite of apps. So having like an audio app that integrates with that as well, and then editing apps and bringing all those things together. So
Yeah,
that's
that
sort
would,
of the,
I
sort
mean,
of
this
the
is
plan.
awesome, but that would be definitely even beyond that.
Yeah, but it's I'm the only developer of this whole thing, so it's a slow process.
Yeah, I can understand.
Yeah, I got two questions. First, do you have a feature-by-feature comparison between this and the default video taking app in the iPhone? The second question is, what kind of format does it save, and can it be easily edited in, say, Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Pro?
First question, on our website there is a full feature list, so we don't actually specifically compare to what the built-in camera does, but the built-in camera does very little. So there's no manual control at all in there, so you can see a huge list of all the stuff this app does, which is pretty much everything that the built-in camera app doesn't do. The format is QuickTime movie format, so which is basically just MP4. So you can edit that. Well, it's easily edited in Final Cut Pro because it's all Apple, and you can edit that in Premiere Pro as well.
Okay, thank you.
One more question.
I have another one. I have nothing correct. Do you sell this app, or is it free to download?
No, it's for sale. I can't even remember the price, but I think it's in US dollars.
1,080 yen.
Is it? It's
I saw that.
$7.99, I think, in the US. But curiously, recently it was for sale for like $3.99
Yeah.
up until just I released version 2, and then I jumped the price up to $7.99, which is still slightly lower than the main competitor, which is Filmmaker Pro. I don't know if you guys heard that one. So it's slightly less than that, but that had no effect on the amount of sales. So instantly, double the amount of income just by putting the price
Okay.
up.
As someone who wants to sell my own apps, do you think that it's selling pretty well?
It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't sell enough to support me. It's the thing. I mean, it could.
Yeah.
Because these other apps they do tend to make a lot of money. I'm just really bad at marketing, so I haven't done anything at all to market it, and I'm totally useless at social media kind of stuff. So my Twitter is up there, but I probably haven't tweeted in the last month or something. So if anyone here is an expert marketer, I'd like to talk to them.
Sure. Maybe just one more question. When does it save to? Does it save to the same place as the default camera would save?
It saves within the app.
Within the app. So what is the best, most convenient way to get it to a Mac to do further?
Via iTunes file sharing. So you just plug it in and
Okay.
you go into iTunes and you see there's a section there. This is file sharing, and you've got the app icon, and then you can just drag all the files off at once.
Okay,
Or you can, within the app, you can copy to the camera roll.
okay,
So, but then that's sort of one at a time kind of thing.
okay, all right, thank you.
And there are tutorials for all these things on that website, so. And built into the app.
Well, thanks a lot.
So.